Right, cool. So we're back with another predictions video for week 22 of the Premier League. It feels like it jumped from like 17 to 22 like really quickly, didn't it, over that Christmas period and stuff. So big first game of the weekend, which is the Manchester derby.
Ooh.
It's at Old Trafford. I'll give you the odds first before we do it. So Man United are 12-5, so just over 2-1, 3-1 for the draw, and City 19-20, so just under even money. I think that's decent odds for Man United, for Man City, isn't it?
Yeah,
like even money, pretty much.
They'll go out a bit nearer the weekend, I would think.
Yeah, you'd have thought the money will come on that, and they'll drift out. I mean, I know it will be Carrick in charge, won't it, now for Man United?
Like
but they look fucking even worse under Fletcher than they did under under Amarin, didn't they? I think it's
it was like Johnny Evans as an assistant or something. I don't know. They've got like the whole Man United.
They got the Steve Holland.
Steve Holland's there, yeah.
So what's happened to Solskjaer?
I think they were just realised it wasn't a good idea.
That's a pity, because I think he would have been the best shout for them.
I think they were more worried probably he'll do well and they'll have to give him the job again, and then he'll do shit again, and it will just be... I mean, I was saying to my mate who's a Man United fan the other day, I was like, no offence, but as a non-Man United fan, I really hope Carrick does well.
Yeah.
Gets the job, then does shit next season.
Yeah.
Like, because that's just... will just put them in a cycle of doing the same thing over and over again. But I was also saying that by bringing that Steve Holland in, it fucking screams that Southgate's going in the summer.
Yeah, I know. Man, I think that's one player. That one person.
Sir Gareth Southgate getting a Sir for fucking losing.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the most least deserving knighthood ever.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know.
I still think he did a good job. I don't think you can say he didn't in England.
Yeah, he did a good job for England, but I don't think you can be a Sir and get a knighthood for losing in finals. Like, it's just...
It's the English way.
It is, yeah. It's just like... It's embarrassing, because I think as well, when you strip it back and look, another manager would have won those finals.
Yep.
Yeah.
I suppose like Idris Elba got one for failing to beat knife crime.
Yeah, true. Did Jimmy Savile get one?
He did.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
There you go. So yeah, I think when I was looking at the last games, it was 0-0 the last time they played at Man United. Then it's been City, Man United, City. So it's like, it's been. I think Man United have always stepped up in these type of games, don't they? They always step up in a derby or a top six sort of game. So yeah, I don't know. What are you guys thinking for these? We'll go round. So we'll start with you, Josh.
I'm gonna go draw. I'm gonna go 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah.
Oh, Sesko might score. He's been in the goals, isn't he?
Yeah.
Which is good. What do you reckon, Dan?
I'm going 2-1 City, because, as you say, those games are always tighter than you think they would be.
Yeah.
They're cagey. But City at the moment have just got too much attacking talent, and that United defence is dog shit.
I think it's one of those where City's defence is a little bit temperamental at the moment, isn't it?
I think they're down to, like, they've brought back that lad from Watford.
Yeah, he's looked good though. He looked good last time.
I mean, they've got like two 19-year-olds like that, Kusadov, whatever he's called, from Uzbekistan, I think he's from.
Yeah.
He's in the defence as well, so they've got like two youngsters in the centre backs. So.
But I think that, like you were saying, the attack and talent of City compared to Man United just means that the Man United defence is going to be under more pressure than the City defence, isn't it? You think it's? What do you reckon, Josh?
I reckon 2-0 City. I think they just look too good at the minute. Seem to be getting back to like form, don't they?
Yeah, I think, like we're saying, because they do have potential issues at the back as well. I'm going to go 3-1. I think City will win.
Yeah.
But I think there's potential they could let a goal in.
Yeah.
I mean, Semenyo is probably going to score in it.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's crazy sort of form at the minute, isn't he, and stuff. It's
2 goals and 2, I think he's got.
2 and 2, got an assist in the thingy game as well.
Should have had 2 yesterday.
Should have had 2 yesterday.
That's ridiculous. 5 minutes VAR, wasn't it? So next game is Chelsea-Brentford at Chelsea. Odds on that one are 7-10 Chelsea, so odds on for them 14-5, so nearly 3-1 for the draw, and you can get 7-2, 3.5-1 for Brentford to win.
That's a derby, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, I think
one of about 15 London derbies in the Premier League now.
I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea. I think too strong for Brentford. Although Brentford are doing
5th in the league, mate.
Surprisingly well.
5th in the league.
I know.
I'm going to say 1-1. I think Brentford are the form team at the minute in the Premier League.
I think it's going to be. I know Rosinha had a game in the FA Cup or whatever, but first league game at home.
Yeah,
there's going to be pressure because a lot of people don't want him.
Yeah.
Fans don't want him. If Brentford can go 1-0 up, that whole stadium's going to turn real quick, isn't it? As well, I think. And even though like they got a win, they were playing lower league opposition, and a lot of the goals came like 90 minutes. They didn't. They had a lot of the ball. But yeah, I don't know. I think even when you look at their squad, spending like £1 billion or whatever,
it's ridiculous.
Squad's pretty shit.
To still not know your starting lineup, because we don't know what lineup Rosinha is going to go for.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I think it's going to be an early settling in period for him.
Yeah,
and Brentford's a tough team to play.
I think he had that. I just keep seeing reports in that he's got an ultimatum that he has to get Champions League or he's gone. So it's like
wouldn't surprise me, in all honesty.
Not with their honours,
and with the head-to-head, so they drew at the start of the season at Brentford. They drew the game before that, but Chelsea have always done pretty well at home. I think it's hard to read into the form when it's both clubs have new managers, really, don't they, with Andrews and stuff. So what do you think?
I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea?
Yeah, I think they'll win. I'm
going to be optimistic and go 2-1 Brentford. Just because I want Chelsea to lose. And I wasn't a big Keith Andrews fan from his pundit days.
Nobody was.
Had no faith he was going to be a good manager, but I'm happy to take it all back and say I was 100% wrong, because he has done a fucking class job there. And they lost Mbuemo, lost Wissa.
Got the second best striker in the league.
Yeah, they've now got the second best striker in the league, and he's like in crazy form. It's just like, I think you've got to give credit where credit's due, haven't you, really?
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about Sunderland before, like our Brentford, and can they get Europe?
Yeah, you've got the Rugby in the conversation at the moment.
It's like, if they don't get decimated by people coming in and trying to buy all their players in January, you'd think they must have a chance. I keep thinking it's going to end.
Yeah.
But it hasn't, has it? Do you know what I mean? It's like
they've got Ouattara coming back, haven't they, from the AFCON?
Yeah. So I think it's it's fair they could get there, and these type of games are the testing ones, aren't they? When it's like, okay, well, can you turn over these bigger teams, or can you not lose and stuff?
Once the bigger teams are familiar with your game and they know that they can't just view it as a walkover, can you still do it then?
Yeah, we've spoke about that before, haven't we, with like Blackpool when they came up and stuff. I think it's it'll be interesting. Then we've got Leeds, Fulham. So odds on this one are 5-4 Leeds, so just over even money. 11-5 for the draw, and then 12-5, so just over 2-1 for Fulham, which is not bad odds. I think Fulham aren't they're not in bad form, are they? If I look at the if we look at the head-to-head, so it's been Fulham won the last 3, but they've all been at Fulham, or they've won the last one at Leeds as well. So obviously I know that was back in 2022, so might not be able to read into it. But if you look at Fulham's away form, they've only lost 1 in their last 5. And they've won 3 of those. And Leeds the same, have only lost 1 of their last 5, but they've only won 2 and drawn 2. So I think it's safe to say what you'd have probably thought before I gave you any of that, it was going to be a close game, isn't it?
Definitely.
I think.
Especially at Leeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a big one for them. Their home form's just unreal.
Yeah, it's really? Not. Yeah, I think before that, because didn't they go even at the start of the season? I think they hadn't lost for like nearly a whole year at home or something like that, had they? So,
but there was that period when they came up to the Premier League of having to change that style of play.
Yeah.
So
and I think fair play to Daniel Farke as well, coming under that much pressure. Everyone's saying he'd be the first man to be sacked, and he's done. I
think he's done well, like you say, because
he's done well for Leeds.
There's been nothing but negative. He was going to get sacked straight after they got promoted, weren't he? And it was like there's been nothing but negativity around him the whole time, and he's just kind of blanked it out and got on with his job and
got some.
Like you say, done a good job, hasn't he?
He kind of stumbled upon that change in system about a month or so ago.
Yeah,
and it's been. I remember that
they went like 2-0 down really quick or something, didn't they?
Yeah.
Was it against you? It was against someone.
No, so what happened against us was Rodon went off injured and they had to revert to that previous system that they've been using.
Right.
And still absolutely actually that was the turning point in our game. But in the season before that, they had moved to this other system. I think it was like wing backs, and that seemed to be the point where the results started to take a turn.
Fair. So what are we thinking for this one then?
I'm gonna go 2-1 Leeds.
2-1 Leeds.
Yeah.
I was fancying 2-1 Leeds, but once you've filled us in on that, I didn't realise how solid Fulham had become in recent, and they did have that string of results where they didn't concede.
Yeah, well, they were rubbish for a while. They had like a really bad stint, and then they kind of turned a corner.
Well, they were basically being kept afloat by the home form. They had very solid home form, but then leaky away. But it doesn't seem to have gone that way. What I'll guarantee is that there's going to be goals in that game. Yeah. Two leaky defences, two sides that like to attack. So I'm going to say 2-2.
2-2. Josh?
I'm going 1-1. I think a draw as well.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-2. I think Fulham, they're just clicking up. I mean, Harry Wilson, what a player, what form he's in. Like, he's guaranteed goal or assist in a game, and I think, so it'll be interesting to see how that one goes. I think it's with the league table as well. It's kind of, if Leeds can get a win in that game, it's really going to pull them away, isn't it? From that bottom area. So the next game is Liverpool-Burnley at Liverpool. So the odds are 11-50, so nearly 5-1 on for Liverpool to win.
That's mad.
11-2, so 5.5-1 for the draw, and 10-1 for Burnley to get the win.
I wouldn't be touching that Liverpool at those odds. I expect them to win. I will predict them to win, but they're too unreliable this season for odds like that.
So you look at the Liverpool have won the last 5 games they've played against each other. Liverpool are unbeaten in their last 5 at home, and Burnley have lost 4, drawn 1 of their last 5 away games. So it does scream Liverpool win. Yeah, but you wouldn't be putting money on it.
I wouldn't be honestly surprised if it went 1-0 Burnley, and then everyone was like panicking a bit, and then Liverpool went on to win like 4-1, something like that. It's typical Liverpool, is it?
The thing in I think I was looking even from the fantasy perspective, and it's like Ekitike came back at the weekend, scored. He's going to be back in the starting lineup. So I think they'll win personally, but like we're saying, at 5.5-1 on or 5-1 on, like it's just not worth your risk of the money, because it could be a Burnley have it in them to get a 0-0 somewhere, don't they? Even away from home sometimes they're just so.
And there's always them few results a season where it's crazy and you can't believe how that result happened. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be this one. No, so I'm gonna go 4-0 Liverpool.
4-0.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool will 100% concede. I'm going to say 4-2.
4-2.
I think their attack's clicking. With,
Burnley have been all right scoring as well, haven't they? They've started scoring some goals. Yeah.
I'm going to go 1-1.
Go on, Josh. I think I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool. I think Wirtz has come into a bit of form as well, and he started looking.
He's looking like a player.
I think even in fairness, again, we spoke about this previously, that there was obviously the 007 thing of not scoring or assisting, but he was creating chances and people were just missing them, weren't they? Yeah. And he was also stood in open areas and people weren't passing to him like to score. Salah. So I think it wasn't. He's looked good. It was just easy to jump on the bandwagon because he was 115 million or something. So I think, his returns weren't 115 million, but if he was a 50 million pound player, we'd have probably all been going, oh, he's not been that bad.
There's so much pressure on at that price, and obviously whatever the price is, it doesn't change that there's always going to be a settling in period in a new league. Yeah, but I think what's
especially
helped
the
Liverpool,
Premier League as well, you know.
Yeah, I think what's helped with Liverpool is almost like having that selection dilemma taken away from Slot, and also the pressure. Like Isak, you can't pick Isak in the minute. Salah, you couldn't pick Isak. Couldn't pick Salah because he's away. So it seems like the pressure's off the likes of Wirtz a little bit, and Frimpong as well. And maybe
even behind the scenes of people complaining about not playing, like Isaac complaining not playing. He can't complain because he's injured. Salah can't complain because he's away and stuff. Cool. So next game is Sunderland Crystal Palace. So
what was your prediction for that one, Shane?
I had 3-1.
Cool.
3-1 for Liverpool. So odds for this one are 17-10 for Sunderland, so just under 2-1. 21-10, so just over 2-1 for the draw, and 7-4, so just under 2-1 as well. So it's a pretty not far off the same odds on every result on that, which I think sums up pretty much what we're expecting. I think so. There's only been, obviously, the first game was 0-0. last time you two met before that was in 2017, so pretty irrelevant. Your home form unbeaten in 5, the last 5, drawn 3, won 2, and Palace have lost their last 4 away games, including to Macclesfield at the weekend.
Yeah.
And their only win in the last 5 was at Shelbourne in the Europa League. So, yeah, I mean, when you look at those stats, I mean, you look at not bad money on a Sunderland. You could probably get even money on a double chance Sunderland draw maybe as well, which might not be too bad. What we thinking?
Yeah, I think that I think it's going to be a draw again. I'm going to go 1-1, but I'm curious to know, like, obviously I didn't watch the game, but when you played Brentford, did you see a change in the team or anything like that?
I think with Brentford, I think the fixtures just caught up on us over that period, because we had sort of struggled through that period with a very limited squad. So I think about 5 players away from the African Cup of Nations. Ballard injured around the same time.
Back now, doesn't he, Ballard?
He is, and I think he was back around then as well. But
that was away as well. And in fairness, you've had a couple of when you've had a slip up, it's been away, hasn't it?
And it was corrected at the weekend against Everton. It was a big return to form against Everton.
Yeah, I'm going to go 1-1 though.
Yeah, what do you reckon?
I'm going to say 1-0 Sunderland. I think I've just actually checked to see if Sarr was going to be back from the African Cup of Nations, and it doesn't look like it because Senegal are still in the semi-finals. And if Munoz isn't back either.
Yeah, that's been there. I think they lost, what was the American defender?
Chris Richards.
Yeah, they lost him, didn't they? And the other lads come in, not been too bad, but then they've had to play like Davani, is it, on the wing back instead of Munoz, and that's then Brennan Johnson's come in instead of Sarr, and I mean, he's nowhere near as good as Sarr, is he? Do you know what I mean? It's
I don't want to say too much about him because I'll jinx it for the weekend.
Yeah, true.
But I think it's one of those where I think we have it in us to grind out a result. It was very cagey down at Palace as well. It ended up 0-0, so I don't think there'll be many goals in either way. But 1-0 Sunderland.
Josh, what do you reckon?
2-0 Sunderland. Yeah, anytime I say Sunderland are going to lose, they win.
Yeah.
So if I say they're going to win, they're going to lose.
I'm going to go 2-1. I think Palace just have the ability. I think Palace will try and hit you on the break, won't they? And they do have the ability to do that. But Mateta's so hot and cold as well, and he goes through phases. So I think he needs.
2-1 Palace.
No, 2-1 Sunderland. 2-1 Sunderland. Yeah. I think we can all agree it's going to be a tight game. I think, isn't it? Palace don't ever really get turned over.
No.
It's not going to be one for the neutral.
No, definitely not. Then we've got Tottenham versus West Ham at Spurs.
Can both teams lose?
Two shit teams, odds on this one are 7-10, so odds on for Spurs, 3-1 for the draw, and 7-2, 3.5 to 1 for West Ham. Head to head, so Spurs have won 3 of the last 5. West Ham haven't won any in the last 5 against Spurs. Home form for Tottenham, 1-2, lost 2, drawn 1. Haven't won in 3 at home though. West Ham away, lost the last 2, drew the 3 before that. So I think, like we said, it's obviously West Ham did beat QPR at the weekend at home, but QPR aren't great either, are they? No. So I mean, it's
one where it's typical Tottenham where they could just end up losing because it's Tottenham, and like nobody expects everybody expects Tottenham will win, and then they'll just go and throw the result away.
It's just
can you see it though with how bad West Ham are at the minute?
How did West Ham beat us?
I know.
We're useless.
That was because they're so bad, aren't they?
Bad.
So bad. I mean, I don't think they bought them 2 new strikers. Released.
He scored.
Wilson.
I think. At the weekend.
He did. Yeah, in extra time. Yeah. But did you see the guy they bought? The other one. Can't remember his name. Pablo or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Did you see that Gil Vicente or whatever? They paid 200,000 for him in the summer.
Really?
Sold him for 20 million in January.
Yeah.
But I did read somewhere that he's represented by the same agent that Nuno has.
Ooh.
So there's definitely some dodgy dealings going on there.
That's crazy.
To go for 20 million.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like maybe 10 million, 8 million?
Is that the same agent that was at Wolves when they were getting their good players to
I think so.
With?
Yeah.
What a decline that agent.
I know. Yeah. What's gone wrong there? So yeah, what do we reckon for this one?
I think Tottenham will make it hard for themselves, so I'm going to go 3-2 Tottenham.
3-2 Tottenham.
it's the sack race derby, isn't it?
You'd have to think there's a chance that if whoever loses that game gets sacked, isn't there?
Yeah, and also I think it's one of those games where the fans.
Do you reckon the managers will meet up at the start and agree a draw? So
yeah, like Coventry when they relegated us in corrupt circumstances under Jimmy Hill. But like I think it's one of them where if it wasn't a derby, probably each team's fans would be a little bit disappointed to win because they probably want rid of the managers at this point.
Maybe.
But I think Tottenham are going to probably grind out with 1-0.
1-0.
Yeah, it's a tough one. This because honestly, I don't think any of them look like winning at the minute, do they? I'll go for 1-1.
1-1.
So they're both disappointed.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs. I mean, Spurs just considering how good on paper their defenders are.
Yeah.
Fuck, they let some goals in, don't they? Like,
right.
I saw something the other day where they were talking about that how good that Van der Ven is, and it's like, is he wasted at centre back because his ball carrying is incredible?
Yeah.
Maybe he should be a wing back or
Scored
a left back or something.
That amazing goal where he ran from like centre back.
Well, he did one the other day, didn't he? He ran like the whole length of it and stuff. And it's just like maybe he is just wasted at centre back. Like,
or at Spurs.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's definitely wasted at Spurs, isn't he? But obviously they'll have Conor Gallagher maybe in time to play and stuff for the weekend. I think good signing for them, but I think like Simon Jordan said on TalkSport, it's like solid signing. Is he going to turn their season around?
Probably not.
No.
Is he going to make them loads better? No.
I mean, their current striker is on 0 goals in the Premier League after playing 14, Colin Moani. So it's like they're clearly lacking somewhere, and it's obviously that place.
Yeah.
Richarlison always manages to worm his way back into the starting lineup. And I think he's going to score on Saturday.
Probably.
And do a celebration
off his nose or something. Like he'll celebrate loads considering like it was a really fluky goal, and he'll be like, cool. So next we've got Forest and Arsenal at Forest. So I wonder if Jeff will be there, since he loves Nottingham Forest so much. Odds on this one are 9-2 Forest, so 4.5 to 1. 11-4, so just under 3 to 1 for the draw, and then you can get 53 to 100, so you can get 2 to 1, so 2 to 1 on for Arsenal to win. If we look at the head-to-head, Arsenal have won 4 of the last 5, 1 draw. Forest at home have lost 1, lost 1, so they've won 2 of the last 5. Arsenal have won their last 4, and they lost to Villa in that 5th one away from home. So again, screams Arsenal win, really, doesn't it? Forest obviously lost to Wrexham in the FA Cup as well.
Yeah.
Was away, but doesn't really defend. I mean, I watched it and they were so bad in the first half. Then they brought on some of their established players, and they looked like they would have won probably if they played that from the start.
Definitely, yeah.
I think Sean Dyche came out, didn't he, and said, I think he said, like, these players need to stop knocking on my door because you've just shown why you don't play in this team. And it was like, fair. You know, it's like, can't argue with that really, can you? So
Sean Dyche as a manager historically has not treated like a lot of the cups with respect.
Yeah.
And it's probably his way.
Yeah, and I think, you know, obviously they've overall form, they've won 1 of their last 5, but it was against West Ham, so it don't count. You know, so it's like, so yeah, what do we think for this one?
I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal. I think they'll cruise the game.
They've got a few players. They like, obviously I know defensively they'd had issues, but Saliba, Gabriel are back, aren't they? I mean, it's just, What do you reckon?
I'm also going to go 2-0 Arsenal. I think it's Notts Forest haven't got a lot of attacking threat. They've got a misfiring striker up there, Igor Jesus.
Yeah.
And
is Wood back? I mean, is he still injured? I mean, I think
he's still injured.
He's going to come back and not be up to speed anyway, isn't he? And
they just don't seem to be able to solve that goal scoring issue up front.
Yeah.
And I think Gabriel makes such a difference to that Arsenal team.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. What do you reckon, Josh?
I'm going 2-1 Forest. I think it's just like, honestly, I think it's just classic Arsenal. Like, it's such a.
I would love Arsenal to lose just to bring the title race together.
I think they will.
Maybe last season I would have agreed with you, I think.
Nah, I think they will. I just got a feeling about this one in particular where it's just like it's perfect time for them to start losing.
Is it a night game or is it 3 o'clock? If it's a 3 o'clock, it's 2-0 Arsenal.
I think it's a 5:30.
5:30.
Maybe 2-1 then.
Yeah. I'm going to go 1-0 Arsenal. I think Forest, Sean Dyche can set up to not lose, and I think Arsenal will just find a breakthrough. And I think if Arsenal score early, it will be 2 or 3.
Yeah, definitely.
If it's 0-0 at half time, there's a chance it could finish just 1-0. I think be an interesting one. So then moving on to Sunday, Wolves Newcastle at Wolves. So odds for this one are 7-2 for Wolves, so 3.5 to 1. 29-10, so just under 3 to 1 for the draw, and then 7-10, so Newcastle are odds on.
Yeah, I'm a bit.
If we look at I'll just quickly go through. So Newcastle have won the last 4, and then a draw before that. Wolves home form, won their last 2. Shrewsbury and West Ham, so not sure they count. Lost the 3 before that, and for us, we won our away game at Burnley, then lost to Man United, Sunderland, drew Leverkusen and beat Everton. So patchy for both teams, I would say. But if you look at overall form, Wolves are unbeaten in their last 4.
Yeah, which you never thought you'd ever see this season.
And then but we lost to City last night, and we'd won 4 in a row before that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we should get the win, but then I'm a bit worried because obviously you say if Wolves are unbeaten in 4, I think they got the draw against, was it Everton in the last game as well?
And we played midweek.
Yeah.
In the weekend, and I think you could tell last night we looked a bit tired.
I think they've got that then, so that they've got that youngster Mane who looks
so
like
good.
he's starting to pick.
I didn't realise he's English. Did you?
No, I didn't know.
Take him to the
English.
fucking World Cup. Getting capped ASAP, innit?
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, I'm a bit worried in that sense. But it depends what Newcastle shows up.
yeah.
If it's a Newcastle that showed up against Everton, where we dominated them, then it's obviously going to be we're going to absolutely smash them. But if the Newcastle turn up against West Ham, then it's going to be a Wolves win. But no, I'm quietly confident, so I'm going to go 2-0 Newcastle.
Dan, what do you think?
I'm going to go 1-1 simply because Wolves have picked up a little bit of form recently, and from what you said about the tiredness of Newcastle, I think the little niggling injuries are starting to pick up. I think it could be a fork in the road.
Wolves haven't conceded more than 1 goal in their last 4 games.
Really?
So, and they only conceded 2 at Liverpool.
Okay.
So,
and we never score.
yeah.
We just seem like we cannot score at the minute.
We can't work it out at the minute, can we?
No.
Starting with Walter Marner.
No.
So.
What do you reckon, Josh?
Could be like 3-0 Wolves or something. But no, I'll go 2-0 Newcastle.
2-0 Newcastle.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if you just get battered. Like,
Yeah, I'm going to go 1-1 as well. I think that we've got PSV in the Champions League next week as well, so I don't know if Hal's going to...
It's a must-win.
Yeah, it's a must-win to qualify, really. It's like the game we need to win being the home game, so it's like, is he going to not rest players, but is he going to think, right, we're playing Sunday, playing Wednesday, is he going to rest a few, are we going to see Elanga?
It could be the last 3 points for a while.
Yes, also. Yeah. Be an
So.
interesting one, I think. Then also, 4:30 on Sunday, we have Aston Villa against Everton at Villa. So this one is odds are 31-50, so 3 to 5 on for Villa. Just under 3 to 1 for the draw, and you can get 17-4. So yeah, just over 4 to 1 for an Everton win. And the head-to-heads, drew the last game, then Villa won 2, drew. So Everton haven't won since the EFL Cup back in 2023, but that was away. So Villa's last 5 home games, 5 wins. Everton's last 5 away games, 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. The loss was to Chelsea. So what do we think on this one?
I'm gonna go with Villa win. I'm gonna just go 1-0 Villa. I think that Everton will come out with a bit of fight. I think that I think did they lose to Brentford at home the other week, 4-2 or something, or was that away?
No, that was at home.
At home. So it's like the fans are starting to turn a bit.
Yeah, obviously they had good away form that we were saying, but lost to Sunderland, drew with Wolves, lost to Brentford, beat Forest.
So I'm just gonna go 1-0 Villa. Actually, being a late goal. So yeah, that's what I'll go for.
I'm gonna say, having watched Everton at the weekend against us in the cup, I'm gonna say 2-0 to Villa.
Yeah.
Everton, if they hadn't got that penalty, they weren't scoring if we played for 2 hours. That the forwards are dog shit.
They really are.
So they need a centre forward. I think definitely.
Yeah.
What I will say about Everton, one player who impressed me was this lad who came off the bench for them. I think he's a left back, Adam Asnu. He's called, very attacking.
Oh yeah, I saw some video of him. He looked decent.
Yeah,
didn't he? Yeah,
I hated the little fucker because he was the one who went over for the penalty.
Right.
But he looked dangerous when he
Yeah.
came on, so I think he should probably be straight in that team.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-0 Villa as well.
Yeah.
I think they just look too good at the minute, to be honest.
It's class at the minute, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-0 Villa in the hope that Pickford let some goals in. So, right, and then the last game of the weekend is Brighton Bournemouth. That's on Monday night. Odds for this one are 17-20, so just odds on for Brighton. Just under 3-1 for the draw, and again just under 3-1 for Bournemouth to win away from home. Head to head, pretty patchy. Looks like they pretty much take it in turns to win. Bournemouth they won the last one at home. Brighton have won the last two they've played at home. So if we look at their form, Brighton's home form: 1-2, drawn 2, lost 1. Bournemouth away, lost 3, drawn 2, haven't won away from home. So
yeah, I think this is one of the hardest games
to call.
Call because it could go either way.
I think they're both super patchy, aren't they?
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to turn up for either team. It's like
and Brighton's just got a draw against City away in their last game, and then Bournemouth are obviously not doing as well. No, they've just lost Semenyo as well, so we know that'll impact them. But yeah, I'm gonna go a draw again. I'm gonna just throw out a result and say 3-3. I think it'll be just as one of the mad results of the weekend.
I'm going to say 2-1 to Brighton. Bournemouth, as you have just seen last week, Bournemouth cannot defend.
Yeah,
they're still an exciting team, but they're looking a bit threadbare at the moment.
They are,
Semenyo's gone, Kluivert's
that
out after
goalie's fucking
surgery.
dog shit as well.
Yeah,
I keep saying that he is rubbish.
Yeah, so 2-1 Brighton for me.
I'm going to go 2-2 as well. I think it's just too hard to call. It depends which teams turn up. Literally.
Yeah. I'm going to go 2-2 as well. I think it's guaranteed goals, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
definitely.
You know, it's like Welbeck will probably score.
Evan Nielsen,
Kroupy, you know, it'll just
Yeah.
be there. Both teams have some good attacking options, don't they? But cool. So we'll see how that goes next week. We'll see how we got on with the predictions. What do you reckon for game of the weekend? And any jump out for you there that you think?
Manchester Derby.
Yeah, Manchester Derby's a big one, isn't it?
I think it just has a risk of being a 1-0, 0-0. It
Yeah.
does have that risk of that. And I think if you look at the flip side of that, you might look at a Spurs West Ham and be like, that could just be carnage, could it?
Yeah.
Well, that's the game I was going to say, Spurs West Ham. I just think that it'll be it could go either way.
Yeah.
Game that nobody cares apart from the fans of either team.
Yeah, I'm just hoping for a sacking. So
Yeah.
As long as someone gets sacked, it'll be all right. Cool.